Alright, you are back with another video on Sunflower Land from To and Fro Duo. So this particular video is going to go over the new season that's called out, called Catch the Kraken. So like other seasons, there's a lot of similarities, but there's a little bit difference. So if you're looking for some information on the season from before, I do have another video out, which goes over the one from Witch's Eve. So just like the previous season, you will see one of the things that you collect are called mermaid scales. So this is a ticket that's used during the Catch the Kraken season. So how do we get these scales? Well, it's not much different from before, but they have rearranged a little couple of things on the screen. So instead of going to the previous place to check your deliveries, you'll see this little globe in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. When you click on it or tap on it if you're on your phone, you'll see there's 3 different tabs going from travel, deliveries, and chores. So on the delivery screen, you'll see, very similar to before, the different characters you need to bring items to, what item they are, you'll be delivering, and then the reward you get. So the reward will be the scales for the seasonal tickets, along with Sunflower Token, which will give you a good return on your items. So this season also introduces bananas. So bananas are considered a tree, so they go along with the fruits, your oranges, grapes, and apples. And you'll find them with the normal spot you buy the seeds from down here with Betty. So you'll see that the deliveries, a bunch are made in the Pumpkin Plaza, like they were before. So when you go to Pumpkin Plaza, most of the people haven't moved around very much, but you'll see the normal places you'll bring things, so like Pumpkin Pete, so on. Hank is still in the same spot, but instead of doing the previous season, he now gives the mermaid scales, which, for example, I can hand him this quest here to complete it. While I'm here, just a quick review over the different things you can do with these scales. So the first are your seasonal items. So again, you'll see everything from like the koi fish hat, which you'd buy with sunflower tokens if you have the banner, along with tiki armor. So we'll go along here, and you can see this is the blacksmith. So the blacksmith is where you make a lot of your boost items. So you'll see things like the nana tree, the soil crabby, along with this skill shrimpy. One thing I want to point out and highlight from the previous videos is they are still going ahead with the season caps. So the idea is that instead of a limited mintage on each item, you can only craft the item during a certain period of time. So for instance, this one can only be crafted between October 31st to November 30th, and then a different time period for this one. So when you go over here, you'll see that the auction house is where it was from before, and you can also still craft the decoration items over here at Frankie. So the limited items, so there's like surfboards and a beach umbrella and so on, and they're still time capped. So I want to show one other feature that you can now do. So you can see you can travel from anywhere in Pumpkin Plaza by using that icon on the bottom left, and then you can scroll or drag down to the beach. So the beach is something new they've added. You'll see there's a couple new things, or a bunch of new things to be exact. The first major thing being the Kraken, after the season's named after. So the Kraken is down here, and you'll see this item with a heart next to it, and that's what the Kraken likes. Again, fishing is a large portion of it. If you're curious to take a look at it, I do have another video that focuses more on the fishing. So these NPCs will have their own requests. This particular person called Shelly will highlight what type of thing the Kraken is looking for, and then you use that to have a higher chance of catching it. So I'll give you a little bit of a tour of the beach. You'll see there's some new NPCs ranging from Finn, there's a monkey up here, there's a little bit of places to explore. So they're going to be doing new work on it. And as well with the new season, they're going to be introducing Treasure Island back into the game. A couple of days ago, they actually made a decision to turn off Treasure Island due to some grant and funding things in Australia. So the other major thing I want to look at is the changes they've made to the auction house. So if we go to Helios, which is one of the easier places I find to view the auction house, you can see it down here with Hammer and Harry, the guy with the black hat. So when you click on him, you'll see some of the auction possibilities. And for example, like this rubber ducky. So you'll see this rubber ducky. One of the requirements to bid on is sunflower token. But if you go down to find another listing for the rubber duck, you'll see that the only token is now the mermaid scales. So what the team has done, and to make it a little bit more fair for everyone who's playing, they've actually made it so there's 3 different currencies you can potentially bid for, items in the auction house. Block Bucks tickets, which are the currency you'd spend Matic for. They're always like a static value of the ticket being worth a ticket. There's the mermaid scales along with the sunflower token. So that gives you a little more opportunity depending on what stage of the game you're at and what your opportunities are. So this goes over the major things in the season. We'll follow along as we go. And one other thing I did want to mention, if you're curious, the banner might still be purchasable. I know there's a very narrow window to still get it, but take a look if you want these advantages. So there's like a discount on SFL tokens. You get the possible airdrop later on, along with some bonus XP from food. So take a look. He's down here if that's still a possibility. And I really appreciate you taking a look at our videos. If you enjoy the content, please take a moment to subscribe and click the bell icon. That way you know when we post our videos. Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate it. Have a good day.